Hey everyone, welcome back to Emlyn in the Mix. Now this is the perfect synthesizer for not only beginners in the world of sound shaping, synthesizer sound design, but also seasoned pros because of this synthesizer just has such a rich sound palette, which we're going to hopefully discover here on the show today. We're going to go over some of its sounds. How does it stack up? Well, I'm going to play some jams. Let's get stuck into it. Let's check out the Roland GAIA 2. Here we go. Boom. Let's check out some of the features on the Roland GAIA 2, moving from left to right. All right, so starting on the left, we have the oscillator section, which gives you access to multiple waveforms and allows you to blend them together. This is where you can start shaping your sound basically right from the beginning or from here, which is really cool. Now in the middle, we have the filter section. This is where you can sculpt your sound further, adding that analog warmth or digital edge just through here. The filter section includes controls for cutoff, resonance, and envelope, letting you fine tune your sound with precision. It's a pretty nice tactile feeling knob here as well, not too bad. And the thing I really love is you have the filter envelope sliders here, which is just really cool. You don't see that on a modern synthesizer these days where you've got your attack, decay, sustain, release, just letting you control your filter that little bit further. You got this beautiful drive and you got your resonance here as well. But if you want to drive in your filter cutoff a little bit more, that's what this one does here. It's freaking amazing. Now on the right side over here, we have the effects section. Now it's packed with things like reverb, delay, chorus, and heaps more. These effects can add depth and dimension to your sound. You might have heard in my little demo there, me adding a bit of chorus, and it really makes it stand out in any mix. This effects section sounds so good. It kind of blew my mind away. I was pretty impressed. So in this preset here, we can actually see there's some automation here happening. So you can actually automate the motional pad, which is really freaking cool to see. One thing I absolutely love about the Roland GAIA 2 is just the simplicity of use. Like the workflow is so good, but I feel like you have a tactile control for pretty much every parameter on the synthesizer just in front of you here, and I really love the hands-on approach. Like that's what drew me to it. Just having these classic Roland sliders up the top here for your filter and your amp is just such a joy, and just being able to touch everything and make sounds change on the go is just an absolute joy to play with. And this motional pad is just like an additional, you know, icing on the cake. Everything's laid out so nicely, and that is really what I love about the Roland GAIA 2. All right, now let's build a patch from scratch using the Roland GAIA 2. So first we press this init button here, which takes us back to our default tone. So there's nothing here. So now we can just mess around with our oscillators, get them sort of mixed about halfway like this together. Make sure they're mixed together. Should be able to hear both of them. So I've just put the octave range up on oscillator 1. And look, I am no professional. Like I'm pretty much a noob when it comes to synthesis. So that's why I'm saying this thing is quite easy to use. So now let's change this down. We can do like a sub oscillator under there almost. And we can change the waveform for each oscillator. Wow, even just that, like all I've done is change the wavetable for oscillator 1 and wavetable to like a square wave on oscillator 2. Oscillator 1 is sort of like a weird sort of triangular distortion looking wavetable. Probably a name for that. Again, I told you I'm a noob. And we can mix between the two. You could change the range so it's like then we can change where we want our filter to be, put a bit of dirt on it. Change our envelope. We could also change the attack so it's a bit more like a pad. I don't really like that, sounds a bit old school. Might put a bit more decay on it. Plenty of sustain. So now let's add an effect to it. Let's find something we like. Put a bit of delay on it. Already sounds so much richer. It's so good having this effects section here. It really does richen up the sound. And you have the choice of adding LFOs. We haven't even got to the sequencer on this show yet, but let me just quickly show you. We'll add an LFO here. We can make it tempo synced. And we'll choose I don't know which one we're going to go with here, but we're going to sort of get the depth in a bit. It's almost like a sequencer, that LFO. Like, we'll choose something a bit. Change the oscillator's octave range. So you can see how you can just really mess with the sound. Sound design is an absolute joy in this thing. It's really simple and you get to see the actual wavetable show up in this little screen here. It makes it an absolute joy to play with. And there we've made something, I mean, it's not the best preset patch, but you could just see how much fun you could have making a patch with this. Just, it's super enjoyable, to be honest. And you can come up with some incredible sound design with this amazing synthesizer. It just freaking blows it out of the water. All right, so just quickly, here's the patch I made. I've added a chord to it, and this is just all made from scratch. Bit of fun, very simple, just some small bit of chorus and reverb and delay going, and I've just messed around with the oscillators. That's all I've literally done. A little bit of amplitude correction, and that's it, really. And listen to how good this sounds. It sounds rich as. I mean, put a trap beat behind that, boom, you have got yourself a little hit. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching it. There you have it. That is the Roland GAIA 2, and that is a custom patch that I just made in front of your eyes. I mean, it's nothing complex, but super simple sound design with this synthesizer, and that is why I freaking love it. Thank you to Roland. Shout out to Roland for letting us check this out today. We'll do more videos on this. Please leave a comment down below if there's more features you want to see on this synthesizer. Obviously, we haven't covered all of the features in this video, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview for those of you who may be considering getting one of these, or you're looking at getting one of these, just some of the simple sound design capabilities that this synthesizer has. And I think it's a really rich and lush sounding synthesizer, and the fact you got all this tactile control, I know I said this before, but it freaking rocks, dude. Anyway, thank you so much for watching me. If you like music technology, software and hardware, if you like those sort of things, you'll love this channel. So make sure to hit subscribe and make sure to hit the like button, because it helps others discover, you know, we can build the community here, share the love of those who are checking out the Roland GAIA 2. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, peace out. Boom.